Hey there, boils and ghouls. I'm Mr. Macabre, and welcome back to my movie library. I'm sorry, everybody. Just right now, I don't have any new 4Ks to review or anything like that. Not this time. Hadn't really picked up anything new recently. There is stuff coming. I have stuff pre-ordered. Stuff is on the way. I cannot wait. Here next week, hopefully, you should be getting ready to do a 4K review for The Burbs. Check that out. Can't wait to get that one. Then. Oh my gosh. I know everybody's already doing videos about it, man. I can't wait to do a video talking about, Day of the Dead on 4K and oh man, I can't even remember all the other stuff. But anyway, yeah, just, other stuff is coming. But I figured, I still wanted to make a video. Figure I'd get back to work on this. So today we're going to do another deep dive going through the boxes of movies, show you what all I have. And let's just have some fun, instead of always what's new, let's take a look at what I already got. Appreciate what you already have, folks. It's good for you. So anyway, here we go. We got another box here. Take the top off, and let's go ahead and we'll get started. Here we go from Kino Lorber. Got the 4K for April Fool's Day. This is definitely a slasher movie. Well, it's kind of a poke of fun at the slasher movies of the 80s. But this is a movie either you're on the ship or you're on the dock. On the train or at the station. You're either with it or you're not. Personally, I like it. I get some fun out. It is a fun movie to watch. So yeah. Happy to get this. I got this for, I can't remember exactly how much, but I remember I got this for a pretty good deal. So yeah, this is Kino Lorber 4K, but so there you go. Yeah, we got April Fool's Day. No, I do not have the remake. I've seen the remake, and I'm still in therapy over that one. Still trying to heal from those wounds. This one here is for the Stephen King collection. This pretty controversial movie. If you know the subject matter. I'm kind of curious. I was very lucky to find this because I think that this Blu-ray is long out of print. And I don't know if this is ever going to get a 4K release. You never know. It's possible. But we got Apt Pupil. Pretty controversial movie. As well as the director, Bryan Singer. Ian McKellen. The late Brad Renfro. So, yeah. Good movie. Definitely a disturbing movie. Based on Stephen King's story. About, a young high school boy who... finds out that one of the people living in his neighborhood is a Nazi, and he tells him, out of morbid fascination, he tells him, I won't report you to the police or anything like that, as long as, you tell me in great detail everything you've done, during the Holocaust and stuff. So, and they kind of start having this very, kind of disturbing friendship with each other. But yeah, good movie. Like I said, yeah, kind of disturbing, not an easy watch. There we go. I'm kind of curious. I wonder if this is going to get the 4K treatment, especially from Vinegar Syndrome, because here lately they've been putting out a lot of Argento's movies on 4K, like Stendhal Syndrome and Phantom of the Opera, stuff like that. I'm curious if this one's ever going to get a 4K release, but the only thing is, I don't know if they actually would do it, because this is definitely not considered one of Argento's best. And a lot of people don't care for this movie. It's pretty stupid, but I do get some fun elements out of it. We're talking about Argento's Dracula in 3D. The late, great Rutger Hauer. And you got Ozzy Argento there. It's got some fun moments, yeah, but definitely not up to snuff compared to a lot of Argento's earlier works. Yeah, this is definitely not going to rank with Suspiria, like I'm wearing the shirt here. Not going to rank with movies like that, but still, I do get some. To me, for me personally, it's one of those kind of like so bad it's good kind of movies, but I do get some enjoyment out of it. So, Argento's Dracula, Scream Factory's 4K Steelbook of Army of Darkness. So, really nice. I bought this way back in the day. This is one of the ones like the 4K was just... This, if I remember correctly, I bought this... there was a period of time I was on a real Steelbook kick. I was just like, man, I want to try to get as many Steelbooks as I can. and that phase just kind of came and went. But like I said, I do have a pretty sizable collection of Scream Factory Steel books. Mostly the 4Ks, but yeah, I got this one. So Army of Darkness, wonderful movie. Love this. Saw this movie in the theater. Watched it many, many times since. I must confess, I've never watched this movie, so I honestly don't know if it's any good. It is Army of Frankensteins. Yeah, sorry. It is a Scream Factory release. I can't tell you too much about it because, like I said, I haven't seen it. Is there anybody in here? Doesn't see anybody that looks familiar to me, so yeah, sorry. I can't really tell you whether I like it or not until I've seen it, but there you go. Army of Frankensteins. Artificial Intelligence. Spielberg. Yep. Pretty good movie. Very sad movie. To me, a very sad, depressing kind of movie. This is a movie, I'm going to watch it. I got to be in a mood to watch it, yeah. Really good movie, though. It was like written for the screen, directed by Spielberg, originally inspired by a movie that Stanley Kubrick originally was going to make, but just unfortunately never got around to it. And at one point, Kubrick just decided, I think it would be better if I just produce this movie and work on the script and Spielberg direct it. And Spielberg, I don't know. And so, but after Kubrick passed, his family asked if he would consider doing this as a movie, and Spielberg was like, "Well, Stanley was my friend, so I'll go ahead and do it." So yeah. Artificial Intelligence. As Above, So Below. This movie, it's okay. I think I need to kind of give this movie another watch. I remember watching one time and thought it was just kind of mid. As you can tell, I got the Blu-ray from Universal. I never picked up the Scream Factory Blu-ray. Like I said, yeah, just not something that's been really high on my radar. So, like I said, I would have to, I need to sit down and give this another look. I know a lot of people praise this movie. This movie does get a lot of love and a lot of praise. I just never got around to really re-watching it again. But like I said, I like the found footage type of stuff. So, I don't know. I need to give this another look-see. So, As Above, So Below. The Asphyx, I hope I said that right. Robert Stevens and Robert Powell. I got to be honest with you, this is another one I've never seen. I picked this up. I got it for $10 on a Kino Lorber sale. And just unfortunately, I boxed it and just forgot to get around to watching it. I do need to check this out. I don't remember. Is this like a... trying to remember. Is this like a Hammer or a Amicus film? I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I do need to get around checking this out. So, Carpenter cult classic, Assault on Precinct 13. Really, really good movie. Come on, man. Come on. Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, somebody, man. Let's get this bad boy on 4K. This thing needs a 4K. Come on. I'm sure this movie will look really, really good. Get the right company, do the transfer. This movie's going to look amazing. It's a great movie. Right before he did Halloween and, but really, Assault on Precinct 13, wonderful movie. Love it to death. Astro Zombies, really not a very good movie at all. John Carradine, Ted V. Mikkel's film. Just not a good movie, not well made at all. Well, then why do you have it, you may ask? Well, obviously because right there, the Riff Tracks logo. There's a Riff Tracks commentary with Mike Nelson, Bill Corbett, Kevin Murphy. So that's pretty much my only reason for owning this. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even have this. Come to the Asylum. This is the Hammer. I need to upgrade to the 4K. This is just a Blu-ray. Really good horror, Amicus horror anthology. So yeah, really good. Enjoy this movie quite a bit. So like I said, yeah, I need to. I got Peter Cushing, Herbert Lom, Patrick McGee, Britt Eklund. Let's see here, Charlotte Rampling, Robert Powell is in this. I forgot. Yeah, really good movie. Good horror anthology. I got a second movie called Asylum. This one was pretty good. I haven't watched it in a while. I need to rewatch this. But I remember liking this movie quite a bit. You know, pretty good flick. So, yeah, I remember enjoying it. So, I need to watch it again. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Definitely one of those so bad it's good kind of movies. At least to me it is. I get like a lot of enjoyment out of this movie. This movie is a blast. It's, you know, it's very cheesy. It's definitely more comedy. But just, you know, just a lot of this is just, you know, I really get such a kick out of this movie. I have a lot of fun with it, you know. Just, you know, like the part the guy singing in the library, you know, like, even the word strikes fear into the hearts of those who hear it. And he's like, tomato. Never. Ah! That movie, this is such a good movie. I really watched this all the time as a kid. You know, I love these goofball kind of comedy movies. But Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Attack the Block. Fun sci-fi alien invasion movie. You know, good cast. John Boyega. Well, before he started going around shooting his mouth off all the time. Nick Frost. But, who else is in here? Oh, Jodie Whittaker is in this? I didn't know that. The female Doctor Who. But anyway, yeah. Attack the Block, fun movie. You know, actually a pretty good movie. Good cast. Like I said, just a lot of these people just keep their goddamn mouth shut. Anyway, sorry, yet again, another movie I have not got around to watching yet. I've owned it for a while, but that is The Attic Experiments. Sorry. You can tell, I got some movies on the on-watch pile I really need to get around to, but yeah, this is definitely one I really need to get around to watching. Jeffrey Combs, Seth Green, Ted Raimi, Wendy Robbie, Alice Cooper. Yeah, I really need to get around to checking this out. Sorry, I can't tell you much more about it. Nope. Wrong place. Takashi Miike's Audition. This is one of the ones I pre-ordered on 4K, so I got the 4K of this bad boy coming around the corner, so can't wait to pick that up. So yeah, definitely a very slow-paced, slow burn, but the ending of this movie will definitely make you squirm and scream. So Audition. I have seen this one. Autopsy of Jane Doe. Emil, I guess that's how you say, Emil Hirsch and Brian Cox. Really, really good movie. Really enjoy this movie. Good, unsettling, scary flick. I like this movie a lot. Double feature here of Axe and Kidnap Coed. Or Axe, what else? This is one of the video nasties. They also call it California Axe Massacre. Yeah, definitely an interesting little movie to say the least. Kidnap Coed, not so much. Wasn't really a huge fan of that one, to be honest with you. But yeah, Axe, pretty unsettling little movie. This is another Scream Factory and IFC release. This is The Axe Murders of Villisca. Pretty good movie. Fun little flick. You got Sean Whalen. You remember played Roach in People Under the Stairs. Yeah, good movie. I remember liking this quite a bit. Need to rewatch this again. Azrael, I think that's how you say it. Azrael, with Samara Weaving. One of my Hollywood crushes. Beautiful blonde goddess. Love Samara Weaving. I can't wait to see Ready or Not to. I'm looking forward to that. Just, man. Yeah, pretty much Samara Weaving. You know, if it's got her in it, I'm definitely down for checking it out. So, yeah, just one of my ultimate fantasy girls. So, there you go. As I'm sure she is one of yours, too. The Babadook. Decent. I like this movie enough. It's one of those ones, though, like, I got to be in the mood to watch it. It's not just something I feel like I could pop on at any old time, but I do like the movie, even though the kid annoys the living piss out of me, as I'm sure it does everybody, but still, you know, a decent, good little flick. I like it, so Babadook. Baby Blood. Definitely an interesting little movie. Yeah, this is one I got the Blu-ray, but yeah, if I come across the 4K for a good price, I'll probably upgrade this one. But yeah, definitely interesting. Is this Australian? I'm trying to remember. This is Australian or New Zealand? French. Sorry, I was wrong. Definitely way off. French horror film. But yeah, I remember liking this movie well enough. Definitely not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that much. Babylon. Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. The movie's okay. It's, it's not something I watch too often, but mostly I got it for Margot Robbie. There was a period of time there where I was on the real Margot Robbie kick. I just wanted to pretty much watch anything she was in, and Barbie kind of cured me of that. But anyway, so yeah, just it's okay. Another one. If I'm gonna watch it, I gotta be in the mood to watch it. Babysitter Massacre. I remember liking this movie. It's very, very low budget. It's very micro budget movie, but I do remember enjoying it, having a lot of fun with it. So at one point, I was going to, when I was doing body bags, there was one point, I don't remember what, I think there was a theme week or something. I was going to ask if I could review this one, but my buddy Jason from Horrific Nightmares, he had already done it. So anyway, but still, yeah, I remember liking this movie quite a bit. This one here, oh man, if you can find this on DVD or Blu-ray, I would definitely say get it, because I think this is a movie that, now because 20th Century Fox owns Disney, I got a feeling I think this is a movie they're going to do their damnedest to try to bury and try to keep it from anybody seeing, and that is Bachelor Party. Why would you say that? Because there's a transgender joke in this movie. So, yeah. So I imagine Disney and Fox being what they are, yeah, this movie, it's not the most politically correct movie in the world. So I would be definitely sure that, yeah, Disney and Fox, now that they got a hold of this, they're going to probably do everything they can to keep this movie from seeing the light of day anymore. So I would definitely say, yeah, if you come across the Blu-ray for this or the DVD, I would highly recommend you pick it up, because that's probably about the only way you're ever going to see this. This is another one I picked up on a Kino sale. Got it for $10. Peggy Castle, She Lived to Destroy, Back from the Dead. I watched the movie. I got to be honest, it's not a particularly good movie. The only reason I keep it is because, honestly, the audio commentaries on here, you got two of them. Both are film historians. One is Tom Weaver, Gary D. Rhodes, and Larry Blameyer. The other one is David Del Valle and Dana M. Reeves. Yeah, the audio commentaries are actually quite interesting and pretty interesting to listen to. So that's pretty much the reason I keep it. But to be truthfully honest with you, it's really not that great of a movie. It's kind of a little boring, a little humdrum. But I would say if you pick this up, though, get it more for the audio commentaries, because that at least is interesting. That's entertaining to listen to. So anyway, so Back from the Dead. And that is one box down. We got enough time. I'm going to do one more. I suppose I could do more than two if I wanted to, but, my videos are usually long enough. We don't need these things going over an hour. So, here we go. Here's the next one. Okay. We got Bad Biology. Yeah, I think there was a 4K of this, but at the time, all I could get was the Blu-ray of it. Really, really bizarre Frank Henenlotter film. Yeah, definitely not for the squeamish, not for the faint of heart. Definitely a lot of stuff about genitals. We'll just leave it at that. But Bad Biology. Bad Candy, fun Halloween horror anthology movie. I really enjoy this movie. It's a lot of fun. I need to start working this into my rotation of, Halloween, watches for Halloween time. You got Corey Taylor from Slipknot. You got Zach Galligan in here. Yeah, fun. All these stories all centered around. It does have a little bit of like a Pulp Fiction thing where, like, certain characters and storylines kind of intersect. But yeah, But good Halloween horror anthology, and so there you go. Corey Taylor plays this radio DJ host, and Zach Galligan is his technical man in his radio station. And so, it's Halloween night, and they're, he's like, having people call in. They tell him like scary stories and stuff, and but yeah, Bad Candy, fun Halloween anthology. Really enjoyed it. Another interesting little flick. We have Bad Milo, or is it Bad Milo? Can't remember. Just say right now for Bad Milo, but yeah, definitely, got something to do with butts. We'll just leave it at that. But, so yeah, I got some definitely interesting little flicks here in my collection. Interesting werewolf movie. We have Bad Moon. Written and directed by Eric Red. So about Michael Pare. His character gets bitten by a werewolf. He goes to stay with his sister, played by Mariel Hemingway, and they have a dog named Four, and so yeah, definitely interesting dog versus werewolf movie, but really good flick. Classic, The Bad Seed. Oh man, the little girl in this movie, my God. Bad Seed is actually kind of an understatement. I mean, this is like, I don't know if this is like the first like evil kids movie, but it's definitely one of the most memorable. What's the actress's name? Patty McCormick. Yeah, she is definitely very memorable in this movie. So yeah, classic. Baisemois. This is a French feminist rape revenge film. Definitely okay. Steer clear of this movie if you don't like rape revenge movies to begin with, but definitely steer clear of this movie if you don't like rape revenge movies with X-rated hardcore scenes in it. And this is directed by I can't pronounce that name, but it's a French feminist. This is a French film. But yeah, there are definitely penetration scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, if that's not your cup of tea, avoid this movie at all costs. Bait, 3D, fun. This is Australian, right? Say, this has got to be Australian. Pretty sure it is. Well, yeah, fun movie about this tsunami that hits this small town, and these people are trapped inside a grocery store, and the place fills up with water, and there are all these man-eating sharks in the water, and they got to try to figure how they're going to get out of there. But yeah, really good fun movie. I enjoy it. Good if you like good shark movies. Ballad of Blood by oh man, sorry, I just showed boobs. I didn't even realize that. Filmed by, I think it was one of the last movies by Ruggero Deodato, based on a true murder case, and I think it was the what was the girl's name? Anyway, it's based on a true story, and yeah, it's very sleazy, very bloody, lots of sex and nudity and stuff like that, so yeah, definitely not for the kids. So Ballad of Blood. Fun movie, the Banana Splits movie. Killer robots, or you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm sure when they had the Banana Split show, I don't think this is exactly what they had in mind when making a movie about it. Oh. Well, wait, fun little flick, Banana Splits movie. This is part of my Jess Franco Lena Romay collection. We have Barbed Wire Dolls. I think I can go ahead and show the back. Yeah, kind of a sleazy, very sleazy, erotic, girls and women behind bars kind of movie. I think you kind of get the idea just from the title alone. Barbed Wire Dolls. So yeah, that's for the Lena Romay and Jess Franco collection. The Barn. I'm kicking myself now because I think the Blu-ray for The Barn 2 has gone out of print. I should have picked that up when I had the chance. But fun movie. Very low budget, but definitely still a fun movie to watch. Have this on Blu-ray. Probably wouldn't hurt to upgrade to the 4K. We have Kubrick's Barry Lyndon. I got to admit, not my favorite of Kubrick's movies. I don't hate it. It's just, honestly, like if I'm in the mood for a Kubrick film, Barry Lyndon isn't usually my go-to. But yeah, as you see, I got the Blu-ray of it. Here in the upcoming, as a matter of fact, next month. Yeah, here in the upcoming Criterion sales, I really need to get around to upgrading Barry Lyndon. Basketball, fun David Zucker movie. Trey Parker, Matt Stone, the creators of South Park. Why did you guys do what you did with the last season? I mean, okay, if you were going to make some jokes about Trump, fine, but why did you turn the whole last season into just Trump jokes and nothing else? For fuck's sake. Come on, guys. Next season you do a South Park, kind of get back on track. Just, go back to the way you used to do, it's like they always said, fuck everything and everybody 360. Make fun of everything and everybody. Come on. Let's go. Basketball's still a really good movie. Even if, Parker and Stone have come out and said, oh, we regret doing that movie now. It's like, still, fun movie. Basic Instinct. I don't remember. Did this ever get a 4K? I need to look into that. Somebody might correct me in the comments, but I don't know. Did this ever get a 4K? I'm sure that would definitely be high on the list. I gotta see the Sharon Stone interrogation scene in 4K. If you know. So, Basic Instinct. Excuse me. Sorry. Nope. Should have gotten a beverage before I started doing this. Basic Instinct 2. Not as good as the first one, gotta be honest. But, Sharon Stone still has, sex appeal in this one. But, yeah. Still, second one was as good as the first. Now we got Basket Case on 4K. Fun movie. Really enjoy it. Really good. Classic, looks good on 4K. I would recommend. You asked me, do I recommend the 4K? Honestly, yeah. Actually, it did transfer pretty well over to 4K. It looked better than I thought it was going to. Some scenes are, pretty dark. There's quite a bit of grain in the picture quality, but still, not too shabby. I would recommend it. I don't know if these are ever going to get a 4K, but we got, Basket Case 2 and Basket Case 3. I don't know. These movies are insane. I don't mind them. But, will these ever get a 4K? Who's to say? I don't think I'd be holding my breath over that one, but you never know. But so I have all three movies in the Basket Case trilogy. Still happy about that. The Batman. Really, really good movie. I hope the second one's going to be really good. I know they're filming it right now, but I really enjoy this. I enjoy Matt Reeves' take on the character and the story and everything else. And, I thought Robert Pattinson actually did a good job as Batman. I thought he was good. I'd like to see more of him. I know a lot of people are, fuck that shit, Ben Affleck, but, but anyway, I thought Robert Pattinson did a really good job. I like the story. Curious to see where it's going to go in the next movie, so, yeah. The only thing is, though, is like a buddy of mine, he was joking. He was talking about supposedly Zoe Kravitz did an interview or something like that where she said that, because she played Catwoman in this movie, she said that, supposedly she said that she did not want men fantasizing about her or romanticizing or sexualizing her in any way and all that kind of stuff. And the guy was like, well, damn, guys, I mean, I guess we're just going to have to settle for Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry, and Anne Hathaway. Sorry, guys. Zoe Kravitz said no, so I guess, Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry, Anne Hathaway, we're just going to have to make do with them. There's also, like, Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt and on, so. Lee Merriweather? But, still, looking forward to the next one. The Beast Must Die, fun Another fun Amicus movie. I remember enjoying it. I know a lot of people didn't like this movie. I know it's not Amicus' best movie ever, but I remember having fun with it. It was kind of like 10 Little Indians kind of movie, and they're all in this estate, and like who's the beast, who's the werewolf. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this. I need to rewatch it, but it's a really good movie. I do enjoy it. Another one, got this for a good deal, The Beast Within, written by Tom Holland. Fun creature feature. I know this movie's kind of an acquired taste. I mean, the movie definitely has a cult following, but I know like some people weren't into the whole kind of was it like giant cicada, killer cicada? Yeah, the killer cicada thing. A lot of people weren't really into that idea, but still, good movie. Definitely definitely a love letter and throwback to like creature features from the old days. But yeah, still good movie. Beastmaster. I got the Scream Factory. Yeah, I missed out. I never really got around to getting the Vinegar Syndrome. That's probably I know people probably look at this. You should have gotten the Vinegar Syndrome, dude. But I'm pretty sure that the 4K transfer and everything is pretty much the same one Vinegar Syndrome used. But yeah, so I got it. There was the imprint one, but holy hell, that thing I think is like almost $90 or something like that. But you get the disc. Got plenty enough bonus features. Really good Don Coscarelli movie. So yeah, I do like Beastmaster. Couldn't really get into the sequels though. I tried, but I just couldn't get into them. But yeah, Beastmaster, fun movie. There we go. Beauty and the Beast. This is the animated version for my Disney animated collection. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of not a big fan of live action movies. I don't know. I just prefer the animated movies, So I did see the live action movie, and it's like, yeah, it was okay. I mean, I didn't mind it, but just if I gotta be honest, just if I'm gonna want to watch Beauty and the Beast, this is what I'm gonna put on. This is just more fun. So come up to the end here already. Beavis and Butthead Do America. I know some people, like if they came out and said we're going to do a 4K release of Beavis and Butthead Do America, I know some people would probably balk at the idea. Not me. I'd be like, you know what? I'm such a fan of this movie. I would still consider shelling out another $20 to get this on 4K. I would do it. I love this movie. Great movie. Saw in the theater. Watched it many, many times on VHS, DVD. Now I got it on Blu-ray. And, yeah, they do a 4K of this, I will buy it. Just telling. Bedazzled. Elizabeth Hurley. Amazing. There we go. That's what we all like to see, right? Brendan Fraser. Really good fun movie. I know this movie, Harold Ramis co-wrote and directed it. And I know, yeah, this movie kind of got spat on quite a bit. And, but I enjoyed this movie. I had fun with it. It was, really funny. Had some good moments to it. Some good slapstick in it. Brendan Fraser, showing like he could do comedy really well. And, I know a lot of people, of course it's a remake of the old movie with Peter Cook and Dudley Moore, Raquel Welch, but yeah, still, I enjoyed it, and of course Elizabeth Hurley. Who doesn't enjoy Elizabeth Hurley? And last, to wrap up this video in this box, we have, can't wait for Super Troopers 3, we have Beer Fest, unrated. Really, really fun Broken Lizard comedy. Really enjoy this movie. Have a great time with it. Some really good jokes in here, I like the, the scene for the funeral for, what's his name? Landfill. One time he farted a whole plum. I was plumb surprised. Talking about the one guy's wife, I was like, yeah, she just laid there and took it like a plastic fuck doll. I happen to marry that plastic fuck doll. Really, really good movie. Very fun movie. So, yeah. Yeah. Great. Of Cloris Leachman, she was a lot of fun in this. Jurgen Prochnow. I keep telling my buddy Rob from VHS 82 Apostrophe, I always tell him all the time, it's like, if you ever get a chance, watch this movie. There's a funny part because my buddy Rob, he loves the movie Das Boot. He loves that movie. It's one of his favorite movies. Talks about it. One time asked, is there a 4K of it? Which, no, I don't believe there is one yet. But we were talking about it, and I keep telling him, it's like, yeah, you ever get a chance, check out Beer Fest, because, Jurgen Prochnow, who was the star of Das Boot, plays, the main villain in this movie. And there's a scene where they're on a U-boat underwater. And I told him there's like a little funny little throwback joke to Das Boot, because he's like screaming at the men and the submarine and all that stuff. And he's all like, he's like, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to yell at you. Just, I don't like these U-boats. I had a very bad experience once, which you get it. It's a joke. It's a throwback to Das Boot. So I keep telling him, it's like, and Rob, watch Beer Fest. It's a lot of fun. You got, little cameo by Willie Nelson. You got, Donald Sutherland. This movie's great. It's a lot of fun. And I enjoy Broken Lizard stuff. And like I said, I can't wait for Super Troopers 3. That's going to be awesome. And with that, I think we've done enough for today. Like I said, we're already over 36 minutes. So that's it. So sorry, guys. Just, I promise you, I got new stuff coming. New stuff is on the way. New stuff is pre-ordered. I did go out searching the other day. Just wasn't really able to find anything. And, that's just, them's the breaks. Some days you go out and hunt. You're just not going to find anything. At least nothing really worth talking about. And I didn't find anything. The best stuff I found was, when I did my last videos, like talking about the, what was it? The Haunting 4K and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so yeah, just like I said, just some days it doesn't always pan out. But, so that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch all of this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, would you mind leaving a like? If you haven't already, please go and subscribe to my channel. Do all that good old fun stuff. Ring the bell, yada, yada. You know how it goes. And, yeah. As I always say, love your movie library. I'll love you back. And there you go. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. See you all later.